Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Railway to Success, and today we're going to be talking about bankruptcy. So we're going to define what exactly is bankruptcy. How do you get into it? And how do you know if you're in danger of going bankrupt? And if you are going bankrupt, how do you navigate and to come out on the other end successfully? Let's check out the video. Hopefully you get some tips and some tricks to navigate the system, and let's get into it. Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to define exactly what is bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a legal process that helps individuals and businesses who are unable to pay their debts. It's a way to get a fresh start financially by eliminating or reducing your debts. So, when will you file for bankruptcy if you're a person? You'll file for bankruptcy if you have a credit card debt. Maybe you've signed for loans that you can't pay back for business, or take a trip, or medical bills. So you had to pay. You had a surgery that your health insurance couldn't cover. So these are some instances where, as an individual, you may have to file for bankruptcy. Now let's think of ways where you may have to file for bankruptcy if you're a business. Say if your business is losing more money than it makes. The profit is negative. Or you take a loan on a project, on a gamble, hopefully this thing will grow my business 10x or 3x or whatever, and it just don't pan out. So these are instances where you may have to file for bankruptcy if you're a business as well. Now, there are two main chapters in bankruptcy. You have Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. Now, what's the difference between these two? Chapter 7 is a bankruptcy, also known as a liquidation bankruptcy, where your non-exempt assets are sold to pay off your debts. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is also known as a reorganization bankruptcy, where you create a repayment plan to pay off your debts over a period of time. Now, what are non-exempt assets for Chapter 7, where you may have to pay or have to liquidate? Examples of non-exempt assets are homes, rental homes. Homes that's not your primary home that you use for profit or as a way to generate profit, I should say. That's an example of a non-exempt asset. Maybe a newer model car which you have equity in, maybe a non-exempt asset as well. With a brokerage account that's not retirement related, that's also a non as an asset that you may have to sell off or liquidate. Valuable artwork, expensive clothing, jewelry, these are all examples of non-exempt assets. Now, Chapter 13 is used to reorganize your debt, meaning you may have to consolidate all of your debts in one payment to make your payments. So these are credit card debts, car debts, mortgage debts, medical bills. These are all things where if you make a certain amount, you may not be able to, or you're not able to liquidate your assets. These are things that you can reorganize into one big debt payment. Now, how do you know when it's time to file for bankruptcy, or when you're in danger of needing to file for bankruptcy? So the following are examples where you may need to think about filing for bankruptcy. You have a recent job loss. Again, if you have medical bills that you're unable to pay, or you just have a problem with budgeting and overspending, and you use that credit card a little bit too much and it got a little bit out of control. So these are some things where you may need to think about filing for bankruptcy. Now, filing for bankruptcy should be your last resort. It's not fun. This is a transparent moment. I've recently filed for bankruptcy myself. So what made me want to file for bankruptcy was I did all of these things. I overspent. I didn't have job loss, but I overspent. I over leveraged myself as well. So in my previous videos, I talk about my tarot and my flipping business. Just way over leveraged myself, and I had to come to the difficult decision and conclusion that I needed to file for bankruptcy because there was no way I could pay back my debt in a regular, an orderly fashion. You know, so but you may be able to, if you're in, let's say, your debt can still be consolidated. You can, call your credit card or your loan company and see if they can work with you, put you on a payment plan. So these are things where you may be able to navigate the system and avoid filing for bankruptcy. But please, if you're in a difficult situation, bankruptcy is not the end of the world. With myself, I can definitely talk about that. With myself, I definitely filed for bankruptcy. I went from before a 750 credit score all the way down to about a 450 credit score. Hey, if you decide to file for bankruptcy, I definitely advise you to look up a qualified bankruptcy attorney to help guide you through the process. A bankruptcy attorney can tell you which chapter is right for you and what are some of the things to prepare for that you may need to do. Definitely in my situation, I definitely recommend working with an attorney. My attorney was very, very helpful. Gave me a lot of insight, guidance. If you file for bankruptcy, they'll point you to the right, because you're gonna have to go to a credit repair service and take a budgeting class as well. So these resources are heavily recommended. And finally, if you're filing for bankruptcy, just learn the lessons, learn the jewels of it. It is a very challenging, physically, mentally, and emotionally time. Please believe I know, because coming out of it, I was really depressed. And so I definitely understand the challenge. But going through the process and coming out on the other end, I'm not completely out on the other end. I'm still going through the process, but I do feel like a lot of the weight has been lifted off my shoulders. A lot of my debts has been wiped clean. So this coming from someone who's gone through it, it's definitely challenging, but it's definitely something that if you need to, you should definitely look into doing. So thanks for checking out another one of my videos. If you would like more videos like this, please give me a comment, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you're liking the content that you're getting, if you're getting any value from it. So yeah, be on the lookout for the next video. Peace.